today I'm talking about 3 films all featuring Paul Newman and his real-life wife, Joanne Woodward. And the names of those 3 movies are Paris Blues, The Long Hot Summer, and A New Kind of Love. First up is Paris Blues. This is a 1961 film, and the basic premise is Paul and Sidney Poitier are jazz musicians in Paris, trying to make it big. One day, these 2 American girls who are on vacation for 2 weeks stumble across them, and they have a whirlwind romance. And it's an interesting little movie that I liked a good solid amount. Because, it's kind of about women finding these attractive men and then wanting to change the core things about them. Like Sidney Poitier's relationship. She wants him to come back to America and not give up on America, because this is the beginning of the Civil Rights Act. We need as many people as possible to have a united front as possible to make a better tomorrow. But his whole argument is France treats me like a regular person. I don't want to be black in America and get shit on every single day. I want to just be a normal person in France. Is that really that crazy of an idea? But she really wants him to come back to America. She makes valid points, but also he makes valid points. It's an interesting story about following your dreams and finding love, and what's that balance of, do you give up on your dreams for love? Do you give up on your love for dreams? When is it worth it to give up on your dreams if you're shooting too high? And are you having unrealistic expectations in your relationship? So yeah, no, I enjoyed this a good solid amount. I did find out though that the original version of the script had the main relationship being an interracial relationship. They briefly teased that in this movie with Paul Newman first going after the black woman. I really liked that idea and really wish they would have done it. I get why they didn't. It's the early 60s. They're not quite ready for a mainstream movie to have that kind of politically charged romance. But it just seemed like such an interesting idea too, especially because she was definitely charmed by him, but also felt this societal pressure to not go with a white man, even though she was interested. And I think that would have been a really fascinating story, but I get it not existing, so I don't really fault the movie for it. I just, wish it would have existed. But yeah, no, for what this movie is, I definitely enjoyed it a good solid amount and would totally recommend it. Next up is Long Hot Summer. This is a 1958 film, also starring Orson Welles. The basic premise is Paul plays this guy who's just going around trying to get work wherever he can. Stumbles across this small town, basically just run by one man, Orson Welles. Gets a job with him, kind of schmoozes him a bit, and works his way up in the world. It's an interesting little film. It has a great intro in that, it's just a static shot of this barn, and then suddenly it just and it's on fire, and then the camera cuts to a judge or an attorney yelling in a courtroom. It's so great. So Paul Newman's character is accused of starting a barn on fire. That is defining his character throughout the entire thing of he is this social pariah because he is known to have done this thing even though it was never proven that he did it. The movie definitely shines the most when it's Paul Newman and Orson Welles together. They're 2 heavyweight champions of acting, so it's no surprise, but it is still delightful to see every single time it happens. And then I really love too that Paul Newman's able to press everyone's buttons, especially the brother character who is seen as lesser in the father's eyes, and that goes to some really crazy, interesting places that I liked a lot. So yeah, no, this is a good, solid little movie. Didn't blow me away or anything, but I still enjoyed it. Glad I watched it. Had a good fun time with it. It had a bit too happy of an ending for me, but it was still an enjoyable experience. So yeah, no, what a good, fun, cute little movie. It was a good, fun, cute little movie. And lastly is A New Kind of Love. This is a 1963 film, and the basic premise is Paul plays this journalist who gets sent to France to do some stuff. Joanna is this fashion person who gets sent to France to do some stuff, and then rom-com shenanigans ensue. I did not care for this movie. I did not find it even remotely funny. It started off on such a bad footing because the very first thing is showing a herd of women stampeding into a store, and the sounds that are played are the sounds of cattle doing a regular stampede, and it's just so incredibly offensive and not even remotely funny. I hated it a lot. Joanne is trying so hard to be as cool as possible, though there's a lot of jokes mistaking her for a man, and I don't get what that's all about. It's weird. Like, if you're trying to make her be cool, why are you also making fun of her all the time? And yeah, no, I really couldn't with this movie. I tried so hard and just could not care to save my life. So yeah, no, I did not like this movie and I don't recommend it. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got Paris Blues sitting number 10 in the Quite Like section. And then after that, not too terribly far behind, is The Long Hot Summer sitting at number 13, again in the Quite Like section. And then bringing up the rear, rightfully so, is A New Kind of Love sitting at number 30 in the Didn't Like section. And this is out of a total of 30 old movies so far this year.